But I like it. I do live cities by doing. Hey, Heidi.
How about if we all take a seat?
And it'll be a city where I've got a relative. So watch me on TV. You know?
Hero, you get to talk to.
I know. Hi, John.
Good to see you.
Hey, John.
Good to see you. Just talking to him. I'm not sure, where is he?
He's in the.
Yeah.
He's on a presentation.
To some interns.
Is he close to being done? We'll wait for him for a few minutes.
Why don't we give him a couple minutes?
Yeah, give him a couple minutes.
Okay. But
We can redo it if you need to.
So what would we like to start with? The actual image on the sky, or comparison of the simulation? What slide would you like to see first?
We have a little intro package and we
Yes.
why don't we do the intro? Let's hold off for just a minute until Greg gets here.
Okay.
You want us to introduce? We have a couple of folks.
Yeah.
Just get right out.
Yeah. So anyway, so we see some of that going on. You know, but the most amazing part about it, in my mind, is the simulate. It's almost hard to tell apart the simulation from what we're seeing.
Two people came into the mock, the Wayfront office, and asked if that was a simulation or the real sky. And so that is just...
This is 2 micron, and Webb is diffraction limited at 2 microns, so this is the wavelength that Webb was designed to work at.
And so, you know, if you, in a couple days, we're going to do a focus sweep. And when we do a focus sweep, some of these fairly nice-looking hexes will go through focus, and we should get something that looks like a point spread function for a single segment through focus. And we'll be able to do phase retrieval, and we're going to be checking, like, for example, these mirrors have never been in zero gravity until they got in space, and so we're going to be interested to see that the figure looks the way we expect at zero gravity. So that's one of the things we'll be checking as we get some of the phase retrieval. We're also doing a lot to understand the pointing.
The very first images that I saw were of the internal calibration lamp, okay, which is designed to see if the optics have shifted in NIRCam during launch or anything. They're probably going to talk about that. It all looks really good. But we noticed that the background stars, you could see some of them, and they were moving, and it was quite a bit, way more than we were expecting. But that was also right immediately after the slew, you know. So you're supposed to wait a little bit, and I doubt that one was designed because it doesn't matter. We're looking at the source, not the sky. And so I was very encouraged in the subsequent images to see. I mean, it's 10th arc second or something like that. And these things very small.
And this is about a minute of integration.
Yeah.
So that's stabilized at a minute.
So one of the things we asked NIRCam to do this morning is to kind of map over time.
What we're going to be doing later,
Maybe actually real soon, we probably just started it, is my guess, is we're going to look at this bright star.
and there the goal, there we go, there's the star, and you see how bright it is relative to the background. And we chose it to be as isolated in the sky, you know, a factor of 100 brighter than anything around it. And the idea is that we should get that 18 times, and we're going to take NIRCam and we're going to make a mosaic that's basically 12 by 13 NIRCam fields. We're going to kind of go around over 24 hours. First images are going to come in about an hour or two. Stick around, you can see it.
Yep.
And there's some hope based on what we've already been seeing that we may get a couple away, we may not, but over the course of the next 24 hours, we should get all 18. And that's really a key point for us. We want to know that we got all 18. I mentioned earlier we found 15 separate point spread functions, but they can be coming from different places in the sky. So, you know, it'll be good to get all 18. When we do the isolated star, we certainly think we can look for something like that. And a lot of the reason we're doing this is just to figure out where's the telescope pointing relative to where the star tracker says we're running with one star tracker. And we're actually going to do a calibration. And actually, Matt was a little humble, but one of his things he did on Hubble, and the mirrors. And then the third, what we call OTO3, will be to actually identify the individual segments, which one is which, once we have these 18 spots.
I was just trying to get to your slides that show those steps.
Yeah.
So I'm making people seasick, I'm sorry.
You are making us seasick. So Matt, do you mind putting,
Yes, what would you like to see?
why don't we put up the LED one? That's the one other one that we did show from NIRCam. I just want to make a comment about it.
This one?
Yeah, so actually the thing that, you know, I was talking to Marsha Ricci last night.
What they are and the purpose. So just be real quick.
I'm just putting it out. Picking up the file from the bed, what do you think?
Go to the next aisle.